Greetings to all XRP owners. As always, welcome to the Crypto Channel. I want to thank everyone for their incredible love, but first, let's take a closer look at what's happening with blockchain technology. We hear a lot of news about it every day, but the real price situation is, I want to reiterate that if you enjoy these daily updates on XRP, I would appreciate it if you would hit the like button and, of course, the subscribe button that is located below, looking at the market as a whole. This will be the topic of our conversation. Additionally, it is clear that you will review some of the news in order to pay attention to it. You already know that there is a lot of green at the market, and no one is really complaining about it, if you understand what I mean. Altcoins in particular are feeling the love here, not meme coins, as we mentioned in our post yesterday. In addition, you're beginning to see meme coins gaining traction against in actuality, a sizable portion of utility initiatives can surpass that. You should now understand that this is a very intriguing viewpoint that we should investigate. However, if you're interested in XRP, it has risen by 1.8% in USD and 5% in Bitcoin in comparison to you are aware of the previous pricing, which is $2.30. Before we continue, I would like to quickly advise that everything that is put on this channel is not necessarily accurate. The valuation is $134.4 billion, and the trading volume for every 24-hour period is roughly $4.2 billion. Designed to provide financial guidance, always do your own research and due diligence before investing in cryptocurrencies. Keep in mind that the competition is fierce. To see what I mean, consider these big companies and the difference between BlackRock, IBIT, and Strategy. As you may know, the MicroStrategy is currently at a mere 20,000 Bitcoin. You should be aware that competition is fierce. Let's imagine the bigger companies that will join the market. How do you think the price of Bitcoin will change once these companies join? From our perspective, this is only the beginning of what we are seeing, and I think we will see a wide range of different assets that are going to be under the jurisdiction of these groups, and I think that XRP will be one of them. We talked about last night how one of the big companies has really publicly said that they had XRP on their balance sheet. To put it simply, this gives you a better understanding of the direction that things are truly headed in the future. But before you do, look at this information from MasterCard on the future of remittances into South American countries. Additionally, more than a dozen countries have chosen MasterCard as their CBDC platform. The only cryptocurrency company that has received 2 citations for its assistance is Ripple, international money transmission using blockchain technology. MasterCard is aware that XRP is being used as a bridge currency, but it's crucial to remember that Ripple has only been in business for a year. Despite this, their incredibly long history makes them unquestionably one of the pioneers, and they've experienced enough quantity of inaccurate information. Even though they have endured a great deal of deceit, they have stuck to their mission, and as we all know, they are currently experiencing a lot of love. A lot of important things are happening, including the demand factor, which I have been discussing with you guys since the beginning. If you compare it to, we also talked about the possibility that XRP will eventually overtake Ethereum, which is one of the top 2 major cryptocurrencies. XRP is receiving more interest than Ethereum, which is why it is unquestionably present, while Ethereum is not receiving as much interest as it once did. What exactly is going to happen? Since the Paul Atkins investigation and the recent SEC reorganization have brought us very close to that happening, I think the exchange-traded fund ETF is likely to achieve significant results. As we proceed, please take a look at this. I simply cannot fathom the possibility of those who are unfamiliar with Bitcoin. We use XRP once more when we are faced with it, but it's crucial to remember that Ripple has successfully finished a number of pilot tests with active institutions worldwide for the purpose of creating liquidity for payment flows and accelerating the velocity of payments globally. This has been made available to us through a private webinar on the Ripple network. We have talked about the connection between Ripple and Stellar on the channel, and the Stellar network is currently being used to support remittance, transfer payments to the Philippines, and to encourage interoperability across different mobile money operations in Nigeria, Kenya, and Ghana. It is undoubtedly incredibly fascinating. According to you, Ali Ripple, which is clearly XRP, is currently emerging from an inverse head and shoulders pattern. As you are aware, there is a possible upward target between 2.70 cents and $2.90, and we will discuss that right now. Since last night, you have been able to see that the dominance index has increased. I'd like to examine this further because you are aware that the dominance index did in fact rise from that 64.12% metric, meaning that the dominance is actually starting to manifest, which is essentially what we discussed yesterday. As I previously stated, you can pause my video and watch my updates from the previous evening, during which I was talking about how, although dominance is declining, which is a positive sign, it is still relatively high. As you are aware, we have seen this retest occurring since we have been seeing it for a long time. The fact that we are seeing it this time is not unusual, and you can see it for yourself right away. Ultimately, we were able to return to our pre-drop level because of the assistance we received from that Uman range. If you are looking at Bitcoins that are looking amazing right now, you should know that your Bitcoin is looking absolutely incredible. The fact that dominance is not even close to where you would like it to be is a clear indication of this information. As far as you are aware, when it comes to altcoin season, you are taking into consideration. It's something I would really like to do on an hourly basis. We did have a daily close above $95,000.00, and it's essentially gaining momentum while there is clearly opposition coming. If this can break out, it's clear that the resistance is fairly sharp, and if it